I have a very interesting approach to balance. In my early years, and now, I often get accused, primarily by my children, of not being balanced with my work and my life. Now, I think of the metaphor of riding a bicycle. Now, when you ride a bicycle, it looks as if you're perfectly balanced. But indeed, what is happening when you ride a bicycle is that you're constantly balancing. You're constantly going to the left, to the right in small ways, trying to keep balanced. So work-life balance is not that you're always doing the same amount of activity in your work life as you are in your personal or private life. It might mean that there is a time when you are doing mostly work because there is an urgent need, and yes, your personal life gets put aside, but something happens in your personal life and you find that you have to swing to that side. So in the long run, everyone has to do that kind of balancing act with their work and their life. So yes, the ideal thing is that I work 8 to 5, and then from 5 to 9 I relax, but I can't necessarily do that every day. And if you recognize that you can't do that every day, then you don't feel stressed about it when for a week you have to work till midnight or till 2 a.m. because you know that, okay, I'm going to build it in so that next week I will have time to spend with the children, or I will have time to go to the spa and get a massage and build that in. But it really is constantly a balancing act.
Dealing with stress, I think that is one of the bane of every leader. It causes lifestyle diseases. I do find that the best way I deal with stress is to go into two things. Sports, which is something that I've loved as a young man coming up, and I still try to play a little soccer or football, as we call it in the Caribbean, now and then to reduce my stress levels, or go running in the mornings or in the evening. I try to ensure that I do that daily. It does help to reduce the stress levels. And if all else fails, a glass of wine every day also helps, to reduce your stress levels, causes you to relax. Or perhaps watch a funny movie, a good movie. I think all of those have worked well for me, as well as also delving into my family. Playing games with my children or my wife. I found that has worked well as well to reduce my stress levels.
Yes, leadership can be a stressful role for anyone, and anyone who has run anything will know that there are times when you literally want to tear your hair out. Personally, I deal with stress in many ways. One, through meditation. I try to take quiet time for myself early in the mornings. Through exercise. I'm a terrible exercise person though, because I get bored. So it can't be just the gym, or it can't be just tennis. It has to be a sort of lots of things. I prefer to dance, and so I dance crazily in my room by myself, and that is really, and I do it in front of the mirror, so I laugh at myself. So that's one thing I do. I did it up to yesterday. To relieve a certain amount of stress. I honestly believe that just sometimes not being with other people is very important, and listening to your own thoughts, because as a leader you do spend a lot of time with other people, and I'm sure others will have the same experience, where there are times when you're consulting, you're speaking to so many other people that you don't have time to really refine the discussion and to get your own thoughts into the process. So I strongly believe that every day you should have a period of time where you are alone with your thoughts, and if that is accompanied by music or just being out in nature or singing in the shower, whatever it is, that you do need that time to decompress, because leadership is all about people, and people bring their burdens to a leader. So you also have to find a way to unload those burdens for yourself.